Once again, guys, we're back with another professionally set up video for you. This is IFBB Pro Arnold Classic Champion, Arnold Classic Asia, that is. Justin Compton, all the way from Florida, and myself, IFBB Pro. No titles worth mentioning at all. And yeah, we're 2 weeks out now from my next show, as you know, where Justin is helping me with the prep. And so far, it's going too good, I gotta say. Too good. I'm serious. I don't feel any discomfort. I don't feel any pressure. I don't feel any anxiety. I don't feel anything like I normally do when I do shit myself. So I gotta thank you for that, seriously. And now we gotta recap the last week, because we made some changes, or you made some changes. I just fucking followed, and then you made some more changes and I followed, and that's basically how the whole thing has been going, and I love it. I don't have to think, I don't have to consider, I only have to train, give it my all, and leave the thinking to Justin over here. Oh, I could have done that for the past 15 years already, and if I knew beforehand, I would have had probably more hair left on my head, and yeah, a lot more years of my life that I've lost from stress. So, what happened last week? How did you kick it off?
What is that I'm looking at there? Is that like
This?
rice cakes?
This is a rice cake, yeah.
Bin?
Exactly.
Oh, I haven't seen that. It's like a custom rice cake Tupperware.
Oh, let me show you guys the rice cake Tupperware over here. This is the rice cake Tupperware. Right now it holds, in here is for my last meal, and because the last meal is 150 carbs, so this is 80 carbs, 75, 80 carbs, and I'm gonna have pancakes with egg whites for the same amount of carbs. And about
your rice cakes are much smaller than the ones we have here in the U.S.
Yeah, you got the big, like the chunky ones, right?
You can either get Quaker, which is, well, Quaker makes like 3 or 4 different kinds. We have the one that's like no salt added. They're like 7 grams of carbs. The Belgian, it's got something to do with like the popping process when they make the rice cakes. And then we've got the flavored ones, which, you know, I don't really recommend people eat those, just due to the added stuff that they got into it with sugars and flavored. They're like 12, 13, but we also got something called Lundberg rice cakes. That's actually what I prefer. It's what I've been eating here lately. They're like 15 carbs a rice cake, and yeah, they're a lot thicker than what you have.
Lundberg?
They're what?
The Lundberg, they're called?
Yeah, Lundberg. You'll see it when you're over here.
Okay, cool. We'll show them to you.
Kind of suck for you in a way that, you know, because if you're eating 80 carbs, you're going to go through like 5 rice cakes and that's all.
Yeah, that's right. And who cares, man? I'll do whatever. Like I said, we just talked about that last week, actually. Sometimes you just do what your coach tells you to do. Damn it. You just do what your coach tells you to do and you shut up. Sometimes that's the best approach. Okay, so um, how did we start the week? What did you do? You said
We took out probably at one point, from the start to the beginning of the week, you probably were down maybe 30% of your normal carb intake.
yep.
About 2 weeks ago, we lowered your protein, I think, from 75 grams down to 65 grams. You were having a little bit of issues with that. So, and we still got beef in right now, too.
Yep.
I don't have a problem with running that all the way up to the show. I was planning on having that as one of your protein sources going into the last couple of days. I really like using beef just because, like, the amino acid profile of it, and it's more of a bro science thing, but, like, beef tends to give you, like, for me and a lot of other people as well, like, when you eat beef, like, you have a different density, like a pop to your muscle. I mean, some people's going to argue and just say that, it's the added fat from the beef, and you could argue that, but if I were to give you a tablespoon of olive oil, it wouldn't really have the same effect.
Exactly.
But no, your carbs went from, I want to say they were around 850 to 900 at the highest, and we were down to around 600 at the lowest.
Yep.
I wasn't really expecting to do that, but every time, you check your videos, your pictures in the morning, and your weight was hanging like 240, 247, 248, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of worked a few kinks out on your end. You were telling me, as soon as the stress level drops, that you would end up dropping weight. So I kept pulling the food, and then you told me you dropped like 6 or 7 pounds in like 2 days.
7, yeah.
So I decided we're going to push things back up a notch.
Mm-hmm. Now we're back up, but this has...
So right now, with where you're at, there's really no supplements that's caused any water retention, so you're relatively dry right now, and at this point, it's just going to be a matter of filling you out the last couple of days. Like, there's going to be no crazy manipulations with water retention at this point.
Cool. Yeah, I feel pretty dry, and I look very, for myself, even at night, I still look dry and hard, even after eating all day. Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about your quads being like cross-feathered when you walk up the stairs.
Yeah. I got striations on top of my quads when I'm walking up steps, looking down on my legs, and my pecs are striated when I flex them, like, all the time. My glutes actually, some detail over here. My ass has veins on it, and it looks fucking cool. And I'm confident, Normally, like I said, I stress out and then I look a lot worse, just from the increased cortisol. But right now,
cortisol seems to affect you very, very greatly. I mean, versus most people, it affects you maybe like 5% in one direction. It seems like it affects you a lot greater than that.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not stress, like physical stress. I can take a beating, man. I can train 3 times a day. Yeah. But as soon as I have mental stress, like anything, just mental, whatever comes up, I'm sure you guys have that kind of stuff too, girls or relationships or financial shit or sponsorship or anything like that, that stresses you out mentally. That really fucking hits me. That makes my body shut down. I mean, completely. It makes me hold water. It makes me feel weak. It takes all the drive out of me, and it actually it stops my weight loss. It actually makes me gain weight, and But as soon as I have removed all those factors from my life, and now immediately the first day I did that, remember, I immediately dropped 4 pounds, and the day afterwards I dropped 3 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're good now. No more
Yeah.
bullshit.
It seems to have the opposite effect. When I get stressed mentally over something, I mean, there's anxiety stress, and then there's kind of like a depression stress, depending on what you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
For me, anxiety stress, I actually dropped weight. Like, I can't hold on to my weight at all. That's why, like, when I was in college, I struggled to ever break 220 pounds. Like, that was my off-season weight. I couldn't get past that. Like, I mean, every now and then when I'd get good and I'd get up to, like, 230, some shit would happen, and then I would fall back to, like, 210, 215. My appetite goes to shit. I don't want to eat anything, and my weight just falls off. But it's kind of the opposite, you know, when there's other things in your life that'll kind of get you down. Rather than having anxiety, it'll kind of make you depressed. And, like, I've had situations like that's something to be ashamed of for anybody out there. And I do the opposite. Like, I want to stress it. Now, thank God I got a great metabolism, because if I didn't, I would be a complete fat ass right now. But I'm going to stress eat, and I'll just, next thing you know, I've eaten 8, 9, 10,000 calories in a day.
Okay.
And it's usually not good food either.
Yeah, I'm an emotional eater myself. Sometimes I just feel like, you know, laying in bed and eating ice cream. But I never do.
I've been ice cream before.
But I never do. Okay, so we just keep doing what we're doing, right? And then
Yeah. Did you put below? I guess just to kind of show people what how the food's staggered each way.
yeah, I'm gonna put below. I'm gonna put the low diet. And then I'm gonna put the carved up diet in, so people see the changes we've made.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's basically it for things we've done. And now, something we wanted to discuss. Okay? Something that came up as a question that I figured was interesting. We have already talked about that. And it was because right now I'm on the fence. There are 4 more pro shows coming up after the Olympia. 4 more pro shows in Europe. We've got Prague, we've got 2 shows in Italy, and Romania. And basically, I am within 2 to 4 hour flights within all of them. So it would be very easy to get there and very cheap to get there. But the problem is, Prague is a week after the Olympia, and then which is 7 weeks after the Tampa show that I'm gonna be doing. 7 weeks after the Tampa show, there's Prague, and then 6 weeks after that, we have the 3 shows in Italy and Romania. So it would be like always like we'd have to bridge one 6-week gap and then another 6-week gap to get to those shows. And now here's the question: what is smarter? Do we try to grow into those shows in between those weeks, or do we just skip those shows altogether, take a long off season, and go into next year and look at something like the New York Pro, or that is always coming up in May, or the Indy Pro that is probably again a couple weeks earlier, just like this year? And what do you have to say about that?
So as we talked about earlier, it'd be kind of interesting to see
Yeah.
So my thoughts on this still stands the same as, I had texted you. And I think you should take this season. You've got is it about 2 more weeks for this show, and then 2 more to Tampa. So you have 4 more weeks. Keep in mind, your season started back in March when you started the Indy. Like, you didn't really have any downtime because your weight probably didn't go past 245, 248 after the Indy Pro. Is that about right?
No, never. I think the heaviest was 248. Yeah, 248.
So you really haven't had any downtime at all, and I'm assuming you started that prep around January, February.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been going all year, and I feel like you could push into these shows in the fall, and conditioning would not be a problem. You could hold that year round the way you are, but I don't feel that you're going to see a more drastically improved version of you. And ultimately, with bodybuilding, that's an ultimate goal, is to be the best we can be. And if you keep competing, over and over and over, like when you have a 6 to 8 week gap, it doesn't really give you time to have an off season and let your weight go up a little bit and try to add a little bit more size and density. Because in the back of your mind, you have to remember you're competing soon, so you have to stay in shape. So it's going to be kind of counterproductive to do that. And from my personal experience, I have never been able to grow into a show. I have seen very few people grow into a show. A lot of people talk about it. Really, their weight went up. Yeah, their body fat went up too. So you really didn't grow into the show. You just got fatter. Like, I see that with people all the time, not to name names. The only guy in history that I've seen that's been successful at doing multiple shows throughout the season and continues to get better was Kevin Levrone back in his prime. I don't see too many people, or anybody, not too many people, just anybody for that matter, who is able to compete year round and continue to get bigger and better each show. Most people will get harder, but again, that's not really the goal here, is to get any harder because you're always in shape. The goal is to add more size. I feel like doing these shows, seeing where that falls. If we go to the Olympia, then obviously you're not going to turn that down. Don't make the mistake I did. I actually turned it down twice. But go to the Olympia, do it, and then immediately go into the off season. And if we don't make it to the Olympia, then we go into the off season right afterwards, because you said you had a 6-week break and a 7-week break. So that's 13 weeks if you decide to compete again. I feel like that's 3 months that you will just lose the time. Like you don't need to be any. You're not going to get that much more condition because you're already there. You can only get the skin so thin and the body fat so low, and you're not going to be able to add the size. So it's like you're just going to be maintaining this physique into the next show.
Yeah.
So I feel like the idea would be to start either August or in September to move into your off season, and if we can creep your weight back between 280, 290 range, and then start immediately coming down. Again, we can pick the shows when the schedule comes out. I'm not opposed to the Indy Pro. I kind of like the summer shows because there's always that you can kind of put them together. The thing about Indy is the timing of that. So if you do Indy, and then you want to do the New York or Toronto or whatever else is in there, you still got like a 6 to an 8 week bridge or a gap there between shows.
Yep.
I never was a fan of doing that. Like I did it one time in 2016, and man, my life was very stressful year for me because I did the Arnold's in the spring, and then I ended up doing summer shows. I did the Olympia, and then did a fall show. After doing it myself, I won't recommend anyone else to do that. And keep in mind, this was my full-time job too. So my job was to be a bodybuilder, and I still found that very stressful. So again, I don't really condone that. I don't feel like my body made a significant amount of progress. If anything, by the time I got to the Ferrigno show, I was probably 15 or 20% less than what I was over the summer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You looked your best at the California show, the first one, right?
I actually think that was my best ever, period. Some people want to argue that Orlando was my best. Orlando, I was I want to say around 240, 242. And then I think in Sacramento, I was in the mid 250s. I don't know if it's 255, 257, somewhere in that ballpark. And I was still able to, you know, almost did not, I'm going to say almost. I didn't do like a vacuum like some of the 180-pound classic physique guys, but for a 255-pound guy, I felt like my waist was extremely small at that show. So I actually think that was my best showing.
Yeah. And you...
Orlando just... the difference between 2013 and 2014 was shocking to people, so that's why it drew so much attention.
Yeah.
2015 to 16, you know, wasn't that big of a difference, so it didn't quite catch people's eyes much.
Man, it caught my eyes when we were in Hong Kong, backstage. Trust me, man. You looked fucking huge. Like your legs were like, I was like, shit. Couldn't believe it.
Because I remember walking to, you know, we fucking carried the grocery carts all the way to the bus station.
Yes.
When I do shit like my last couple days, like this is what I recommend for you too. Like the last 2-3 days before the show, don't do anything that you don't have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it involves you walking down the street, don't do it. But eat, sleep, pose, and train, and that's it. Like, I didn't even want to go to the grocery store. I would have paid someone like $500 just to go to the store and bring my food to me that day.
Remember when we took the shopping cart up the escalator?
Yeah, I don't know how people who live there and shop there regularly, like say you got like 2 or 3 gallons of water. I mean, there is no parking lot. I mean, nothing close by within walking distance.
Yeah.
So if you have more than like a bag of potato chips, you know, you're carrying 20 or 30 pounds of food for
forever. Yeah, that's right. It was funny, man. But no one tried to...
escalator that day.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know I had at least 8 gallons of water and then all the food. And I think I brought a George Foreman with me and
yeah.
I had a little rice cake because it actually caught on fire in the hotel that night. Thankfully I got all the rice I needed in. I mean, there's no way I'm going to carry that shit for a half a mile.
Yeah, it was horrible. I don't know. But it was cool. I fucking loved it.
And the hotel food was, I'm sure it was great food, but in regards to like competition friendly, I did not trust them to prepare clean food for me. You probably got like boiled eggs that had egg whites, but
yeah.
Like rice was likely going to have oil and butter in it, and yeah, I wasn't going to take any chances with anything.
I ate their sushi, and I ate their egg whites, like you said, and then to carb up, I just ate their regular junk food. That was good. Worked.
Cereal and pies.
Mm-hmm. And scrambled eggs and bacon, and
yeah, I must have sat that one out. I don't remember that.
No, you weren't there. I think you were in your room and doing your thing, you know, just like you said, not doing anything. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I packed for nearly 2 weeks when I left Florida and went to California. My suitcase, my luggage was mostly food and George Foreman and the rice cooker. Like that was about it. Because I didn't go shopping, I don't think, when I was in California. I just brought everything from Florida. The only thing I had to pick up was the meats.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cream of rice is like one of my go-tos. So when you come here, rather than having rice pancakes, I mean, I'm assuming we can get it here. I just don't shop for that, so I don't know. Instead of having that, you should do the cream of rice and try that. But that's always my go-to, and like anytime I've ever left the country, I can't find it. So I think I took like 10, 12 boxes when I left Florida. I had to pay an overweight fee for my luggage.
No, it doesn't matter. It's worth it.
Yeah.
It was certainly worth it because you won the show. In the US, I always use the, Red Mill. Red Mill is a brand.
Bob's Mill, right?
Yeah, exactly. Something Mill. And
Yeah, I like their oatmeal. The oatmeal is, I like steel cut oats. I prefer the instant oats, and it's a lot creamier. It's like it tastes like you've added milk or something to it without, but you're not.
And they have gluten-free flours.
Yeah, that's
So,
right. They do have rice flour.
yeah, that's what I use normally. Oh,
Yeah, we can get that. We have a Whole Foods up the road from me.
oh, I love Whole Foods.
Yeah, well, I don't go there that much. It's literally the most expensive grocery store in town.
I don't care. I just go there because it's an attraction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you're a couple weeks out, it doesn't matter.
We don't have stores like that over here.
Oh, really?
No, not at all. It's like an attraction. Seriously, when someone from Germany comes to the US and I want to show them something, I'd fucking show them a Whole Foods store first. It'll blow their minds. It's like we gotta make a video tour through that, and then show the people in Germany what this is all about. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, Whole Foods is kind of a bodybuilder's heaven because they have everything in there that's either natural, fresh, organic. They don't have anything like farm-raised fish or anything like that. Everything there is, I guess, like diet-friendly, bodybuilder-friendly. I mean, vegan-friendly if you're into that.
No, I don't. I think most people watching my channel aren't. But once in a while, I get those weird comments. You know what I mean? You probably get them too. Yeah.
Tell me I should switch to all plant-based stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what you like. That's fine. But it's never going to be a part of my life.
Never. Trust me. So, for the Spain show, I'm gonna go there Wednesday before the show. I have a video crew coming with me
Okay.
from a German bodybuilding media site, and they're awesome. I did a couple things with them before. I did a Arnold Classic report. They're easy to work with. I don't even notice them. It's like they're not even there. It's just one or two guys.
Who is it?
It's called Body Extreme, and they're not that big, but they're really good guys, and I like working with them because they're so easy to work with. They take care of the hotel, they take care of the flights, and then I'll just be there and chill out, and we're gonna talk on the phone like this the whole day. All those days. We're just gonna make a standing connection. Trust me. I'm gonna get one of those earpieces, the security guys have. Yeah?
Oh, you should look into the AirPods.
No, I mean for those days in Spain. And I'm gonna keep it in my ear from Wednesday till Sunday after the show. And you're gonna be on the other side.
24/7 live support.
Yeah. And then yo man, I'm gonna use the restroom now. Tell me what to drink, tell me what to eat.
Yeah, I got a little pee bucket measuring your urine going in, urine going out.
Of course, yeah. I actually know people that do that. You know what I mean? Seriously.
Unless it's like a doctor's order or something, I don't know why you want to do that.
Yeah. I mean, you can overthink everything, right? So, guys, I think that wraps it up. That was this week's episode of the Spain Pro Prep Series.
Did you get any questions or anything from anybody this week?
Exactly. Questions, Fragen, Leute, post them down below. Unten hinschreiben. Deutsche Fragen beantworte ich auch auf Deutsch. And English questions, of course, are going to be answered in English.
Now, did you get any from this past week?
Not really any, like, we talked about the off-season thing, and a couple people also asked if we were going to work together in the off-season and how that is going to look like. We basically answered that. You know what I mean? So that was a cool one. And we did get one question that was diet related. Someone asked what was the first thing you immediately changed in my diet or training routine that was the most disturbing to you, or the most, what did you see that you had to immediately change, diet or training?
Did someone write that on your page or mine?
Someone wrote that on your page on Instagram.
Yeah, that's the one I was going to actually bring up. He's the guy that kind of brought a very valid question up. So, what you're doing is not what I would probably tell most people to do. So anyone that's, following along, the average person doesn't get paid to do bodybuilding, or, they got a job or something. They're doing something that's going to tax their body mentally or physically or both. So most people are not going to be able to train twice a day. So that's one thing I'll say that I'll give people the option. Like, a lot of my training was 2-a-day trainings. So if someone has the ability to train twice a day, but if you've got an 8-hour day job, don't try it, because it's too much on your body. You will actually get more results out of doing less that way. Because otherwise, you're going to run your central nervous system to the ground. So that's one thing. And something else that I would not do with anybody else is your food. You're mostly eating just rice-based carbs. That's it. Like, you don't seem to have any digestion issues with that. I know if I did that with some people, they wouldn't shit for a week. So I don't have a lot of people do just rice-based carbs. Like, they're going to have oats in there, they're going to have potatoes in there. But potatoes seem to do the opposite with you. It kind of bloats your stomach, so we kept those out.
Yep.
But again, most people, I want to have 2 to 3 different carb sources, and I'll have them eat more greens. But with you, we're supplementing with greens, and I think you have fiber in too, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're kind of supplementing with this right now. If your carb intake being, low 600s, high 900s, it's going to be just too much for you to try to eat 3, 4, 5 cups of greens throughout the day. Someone that's on lower carbs, that's, say anywhere between 100 to 400, it's not a problem to toss in 3 to 4 extra cups of greens. So again, adding in a little bit more variety, especially with the greens, would have been something I would have done with a lot of other people. And the training volume, I know the average person is not going to be able to handle that. But those are 2 things that I was comfortable leaving in with you.
Would you change that in the off season?
Which part?
The training part.
It kind of depends, man. Like, if we can slow your metabolism down a little bit, changing around the foods and adding in a little bit more carbs, a little more fats to things, and probably doing like it twice, maybe 3 times a week. I'm gonna have you do kind of I guess not a macro type deal. I don't prefer that, but more of a refeed type days in the off season. So say your base carbs are gonna be like 900, and then like on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have you bring your protein to like 45, 50 grams a meal, but we're going to have the carbs up to like 1,300, 1,400 on those days.
That's a cool thing.
So, what?
That's cool.
So I want to pull that up, and I think that's going to help keep you a lot leaner, and that's going to help you more into your off season. As far as the food sources go, again, we'll put in some fats. So obviously that's going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to go real high on fats. Like, it's not like a keto eggs and whey protein, that's enough. Like, you don't need fish or anything like that in your plan. And then carb sources, probably oats. I know you were eating buckwheat a while ago.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go, that would be good.
Cool.
And since the potatoes bother you in prep, there's no point really bothering to put them in the off-season. That's just going to make it worse.
Yeah. I'm cool with the buckwheat. I'm cool with any kind of cereal. You know, we can do Frosted Flakes because they are corn-based. You know what I mean? It's corn, right? Okay?
Yeah.
It's different.
Well, I'm sure you're good with grits too, then, right?
Yeah, no problem with that. Just oats tend to give me, if I have too much oats, you know, they bloat me. And
Yeah, a lot of people have that problem. It's very high in fiber.
yeah, and but maybe for breakfast, that's a cool idea. Because your stomach is kind of virgin at that point.
Yeah.
And then I like cereal and I like rice-based stuff. Because that's that just goes through me, no problem. I never have any indigestion. I never have any bloating. I never have any issues with that. So.
I'll probably use, I like to use a little bit more fruits as well in the off-season.
Oh yeah, cool. That's no problem.
Yeah, like either berries, strawberries. I like pineapple just for the digestive effects of it.
Mm-hmm.
And avocado to get in some healthy fats.
Yeah.
An avocado, I think, would be something great for you because it's not real heavy on the stomach and it's very dense in calories.
Yeah. And you just
Like
eat.
one avocado is, the whole fruit's maybe like 250, 300 calories, and you can have it down in like 2 bites.
Yeah, that's right. And it tastes good.
Yeah, some people make guac and stuff out of it, but I actually prefer just the taste of the raw fruit.
Okay.
I'm not picky. I guess I see a lot of people this like pour in like this. They can either make their homemade guacamole or they get this stuff from Whole Foods. It's actually like a healthy guacamole.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm okay with either one on those.
Yeah. Okay. I hope that answers your question. Thank you for submitting it. And as he said, we're open for further questions down the road. You're always welcome to post them. Anything else to add?
No, I think that's it for this week.
Cool. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. This is Roman Fritz for Justin Compton. And see you guys next week. Goodbye.
See you next